city Dublin, the town I love so dear. But we're after winning 2 million quid, so we're up to Belvedere. Yes, it's goodbye to good old Arthur J, and it's bonjour to fine Chablis. I am leaving my heart at the Halfpenny Bridge, now it's Belvedere for me.
Well, Willie. So talk. Well, go on.
How are you? Do you come here often?
Not me, you goat, you. The one you've been mooning over for months. Bernie, Willie wants a word with you.
Well, you better get a move on. I'm just finishing up now.
The man with the golden tongue.
I'm sorry, Bardella. Every time she looks at me, I just can't think what to say.
Yeah. Well, your mind is permanently blank, Willie.
Oh, it's okay for you.
I'll tell you what, Willie. Why don't you let Bernie do the talking?
How do I get her started?
Well, getting them started is no problem. It's getting them bleeding stopped.
I suppose I could always show her me collection of football mascots.
I don't think so, Willie. Well, not just yet, anyway. Now, here's your answer, me boy. Cosmetic surgery. And look, she has it well thumbed. Now, listen. You play it right, you get her started on that, and you'll be going all right.
So all I say is cosmetic surgery, and she takes over from that.
That's it. Here's our chance, here's our chance.
Cosmetic surgery.
What are you on about?
When you go for it, I mean, when
What are you trying to say? What's wrong with me now? There is nothing wrong with my nose, Willie Joe. You have some nerve.
Well, how did it go?
Not so well, Bardella. I've done everything you told me, but now she has the hump with me.
Well, that's natural, Willie. She's just playing hard to get.
That book is an absolute treasure. You know, each recipe is dedicated to a great romance of the silver screen. That's Wuthering Heights.
I'm sure Heathcliff never intended grouse, figs and anchovies to meet in the same pot.
Our dinner party season will be the talk of the downs.
My God, look at this one. Out of Africa. Wildebeest and pickled cabbage. Sounds more like Gone with the Wind.
They'll be beating down the doors, screaming for the recipe.
Nonsense, anybody can buy... Oh, my God. $49.95.
The bookshop is sold out.
Pamela, half these ingredients are in the zoo.
But that's what makes it so exciting, Anthony. Just imagine dishes spiced with danger.
Ooh, we'll be able to host the first dinner party where the food eats the guests.
You have no spirit of adventure.
Look, Pamela, I am not spending my weekends running around the Phoenix Park chasing warthogs with a chopper in my hand.
Anthony, you're being silly. If you look in the back of the book, there's a list of specialist suppliers.
Listen, Pamela, let's forget about dinner parties. I'll book us a regular table at Marco's. It's much, much safer.
Soup somewhat chilly, I think. I'm out. Would you be a dear?
Not with you around.
So, you're still alive?
Wonders never cease.
I see you changed the baby.
Yeah, the lads helped me. They held her down. She's an awful fierce kicker.
I better go and check and see if the right end is covered.
How are you, Bernie?
How you, Bernie?
I didn't mean to mention...
What? Talk about me nose? What's wrong with me nose, anyhow? You've got some cheek, Willie Kyo. Would you like me to thump your nose for you? What, you running away now?
I'm going down to McGettigan's. Playing hard to get me arse. Bleeding impossible.
He didn't hang around long.
We had words.
Sometime yous are like an old married couple.
Not if he was the last man on earth. Can you see anything wrong with my nose?
Nothing. Grow a moustache and you won't even see it.
I thought you were me friend.
I'm only messing.
Willie thinks I should have a nose job.
That is rich coming from an idiot who thinks elephants pack their trunks.
One word, chili.
Another word, frosty.
No, listen, I was wondering if you had any chili powder. You know, Pamela's creating in the kitchen.
So is she. Anto, tell her there's nothing wrong with her nose.
There's nothing wrong with your nose. Now, what about the what? Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Oh, it's a wonderful nose. Yes, yes. Your nose is a poem. Your nose is the Mount Vesuvius of noses. Oh, no, I
Thanks very much, Anto.
Happy now?
Yeah. Yeah, I can look the world straight in the face again.
Hold your head up high.
There's a whole ocean full of fish out there, and I'm going to get myself a bucket full.
Would you have Cupid's phone number?
Oh, God. Lover's tip, eh?
Hasn't got to that stage yet, Anto. How long does it take two people to get it together?
Oh, well, Romeo and Juliet did it in a few hours.
Romeo and Juliet, that is good.
Mind you, they were dead by the end of the week.
His sister-in-law wasn't by any chance charged with the murder, was she?
Oh, you're so funny. Look, do you know, listen, tell us, how did you and Eddie get together?
Eddie sat in me lap in a crowded taxi. And the rest is history.
Ah, that's very romantic, that is.
I'm just trying to imagine Willie sitting on Bernie's lap.
Oh, don't even imagine it. Now, listen, what have they both got in common? You know, something that they both enjoy?
Food.
A candlelit supper.
Willie's idea of a candlelit supper is a bag of chips and a power cut.
Dinner party?
Soft lights. Me BGCD. Willie and Bernie gazing into each other's eyes. The twins looking on. Tara screaming in the other room. It won't work, Anton.
No. Well, listen, I'll ask Pamela. You know, deep down, she has a very romantic soul. Deep down.
That's great. I get the wine.
Oh, no, I thought I was going to ask
Willie has the table manners of a turkey, but he's great crack when you get him going.
And look, we're both very fond of Willie.
Anton? I knew I could count on you.
Well. Ah, the scent of star-drenched Arabian Nights.
Excuse me.
Created by my angel with invisible wings.
Are you feeling all right?
And why wouldn't I be with my darling angel here beside me?
Because, Anthony, last night you were drinking the same decaf and you called it by a very ugly word beginning with P.
For which I humbly beg your forgiveness.
You're forgiven. Anything else?
No, I'm just eagerly looking forward to our next dinner party.
Out of Africa?
Well, Casablanca would be better. You can use mutton.
On a bed of couscous with a passion fruit sorbet between courses. Oh, get that, would you, darling? I'm in the middle of a critical reduction.
Do you know there's a recipe here for monkey stuffed with bananas? Well, I suppose you just give them a bunch and let them get on with it.
Anthony, door!
Yes, I'm getting it. Ah! Yes,
It's only me.
Don't tell me it's men's liberation. You burnt your boxers.
Just you wait and see. Oh, we're having a little soiree, are we?
No, we're just looking for more original ways of poisoning pigeons.
Well, remind me to give you my dates before I leave.
I'll engrave them in my diary.
Now, Anthony.
Yeah?
Can I have a moment alone, please? Thank you. Now, no peeking, you two. I have a little surprise, and I want you to get the full effect. Ready? Am I not the genuine article?
Certifiably so.
You are now looking at the Vice President of the Dublin Reconstruction Society.
Well, you're certainly in need of it.
We reenact times when men were men and women expected to be ravished.
Which category do you fit into?
Have you ever seen such a virile vision before dinner, Pam?
Well, it's not a period of history that excites me, Toby.
What? Men conquering the savage seas, raging and pillaging through Dublin, tearing the city apart with their bare hands.
Oh, I remember that match. It had to be abandoned.
Toby, I couldn't possibly relate to Vikings. They never used soap, let alone deodorant.
Okay, Pam, so they weren't leaders in the field of personal hygiene.
All that blood and guts, it's most unappealing.
Now, Pam, that is a narrow and biased view of our ancient past. Doesn't that take you back to your manly roots?
It's loosening the few I have left.
Oh. Okay, so I'm not Louis Armstrong. Oh.
Anthony.
Oh.
Anthony, help Toby.
With pleasure.
No, it's a design fault. The suction makes it stick to the sides.
Oh, well, Ema will be delighted to see that next to her in the bed.
Yes, well, I'll have to get her to drill a few air holes when I get back.
Toby, you are not going to cycle through Belvedere Downs dressed like that.
No. He's got the longboat tied to the gate.
Toby, I'll call you about the Arabian Night when we fix a date.
Yes, and I'll drop in my recipe for rose petal cocktails.
A culinary challenge. Now, darling, I think we should have a dress rehearsal, a dry run.
Yes, because this is the leading edge of cuisine.
Yes, and we don't want any faux pas with Toby in attendance.
Oh, no, we do not.
We need guinea pigs.
Well, I don't know any guinea pigs.
Well, I'll think of someone.
Who?
Oh, I don't know. William Burney. William Burney.
Anthony, you flipped.
No, now listen, don't be so hasty, Pamela. I mean, we could learn from them.
What on earth could Willie and Bernie teach us?
Well, look. This recipe here says eaten with the fingers and...
Why are we having our dinner here?
Because we were invited.
It's not right to eat your dinner in someone else's house.
It's a time when you get to relax and talk to people.
It's not right to eat and talk at the same time.
It's called conversation.
I don't know what to say.
Willie, shut up.
Ah, Bernie, Willie, you're most welcome. Come on in.
Thanks very much, Anton.
I'm nervous, Anton. I don't know what to talk about.
Oh, well, talk about yourself, Willie. Let Bernie drink from the flow of your words. Talk about yourself.
Talk about myself?
Yeah.
And it took the fireman nearly an hour to get it off me head. There was an awful smell of chip grease behind my ears for weeks. Yeah, well, my earliest memory was in 1968. It was the cup final between Waterford and Shamrock Rovers. Yeah, that was in May. I wasn't born until July. But I could hear them cheering, yeah. And then there was the time my ma got arrested, yeah. Assaulting the referee. She said it was me that kept her out of jail. She still got a bit of that referee that got stuck on her stiletto. Dead sentimental is my ma.
That's fascinating.
And then when I was one, my ma, who was a big Shirley Temple fan, decides to pay me hair. Can you imagine me in ringlets? And then when I was 2, she took an awful fancy to Lassie.
The evening wasn't all bad.
It was a bleeding disaster, Anton.
Yes. Do you know, perhaps you should have left out the walrus impression.
I think you're right. Gherkins aren't half as good as sausages. Bernie said I was boring. Bernie said burning toast was more interesting than my life story.
Oh, no, really. Now, listen, you mustn't give up. Look, tell me, Willie, what is in your heart?
I'm no good at quizzes, Anton.
No, this is not a quiz. Look, just open your heart and tell me what's in there. Come on.
Blood.
Listen, I think we better approach this from a different angle. Look, who does your heart belong to?
And that's an easy one. Myself.
But is there room in your heart for anyone else? Somebody that we both know? Huh? Ah, you like Bernie, don't you? You're very fond of her. Come on. You're crazy about her.
That's the one!
Well, tell her! Put us all out of our misery! Now, what are you going to say? No. Just relax, Willie. Just relax. Oh, dear God.
Ardo,
Yeah?
did you ever hear the expression, I give you my heart?
Yes.
Well, would it not be better if I gave her me kidney?
No. A kidney is not romantic, Willie.
But you see, if I give her me heart, I'd be dead. But with a kidney, I'd still have another one left.
Did you see what's on the telly?
I know, Braveheart.
Yeah, I'm taping it for the kids.
Just imagine, Bernie, 3 hours in the dark with Mel Gibson.
I sneaked them in when they came out first. They spent the whole week running on sheepskin rugs.
He dies at the end. Flat on his back, pulled to pieces.
Sure, we'd have done that for nothing.
I must have seen it about 20 times.
I don't blame you, he's gorgeous.
They're not worth it. Not one of them.
Would you listen to that?
I'm not spending me evening watching a load of hairy savages running around picking fights.
Jeez, you make Braveheart sound like McGettigans.
I'm going to catch up on me letter writing.
Your one in the Sunday paper is great.
What are you on about?
The problem page.
I don't have a bleeding problem.
You could have fooled me.
I thought you two were going out.
We are. Been thrown out of my own house.
If you must know, I'm writing to my friends in Australia.
Do you really think so, Bardle?
Never fails.
Give her a ring.
Yeah, a ring. Where are you off to?
To the phone.
Oh, Jesus, Willie, will you sit down? Meant a ring for a bleeding finger.
Hiya, Toby.
Hi, Willie. Barreler. A glass of your finest French Sauvignon to calm the nerves.
Well, I'm afraid we've only Peruvian Chablis today.
Well, if it's chilled, it'll pass.
Right-o. So, Toby, were you out for a ride in the country then?
I was on my way to my meeting through that housing estate when I got a puncture from a broken bottle.
Ah, it's the corporation. You just don't care anymore.
It only just missed my head before it smashed. This is a very hostile area.
So where's the bike?
It's outside. It's chained to a lamppost. But it's got a flat tire. Oh, I better check it.
You know, you've some big head on you, Willie. Come here. There you are now. You're Attila the Hun. Oh, yeah.
Everything all right?
My bike. It's still there.
That's good.
Yes, but the lamppost is missing.
Ah, yes, we've been having a lot of that recently. I believe myself it's animal lovers, yeah? They take them home for their dogs.
Yes, well, I better go. Can I have my helmet, please, Willie?
Helmet? What helmet?
Willie, I need it. They didn't tell me that they use real pikes in the reenactments.
It's stuck.
Well, I can't give it back to them with you in it.
Here, go on, get your bike out of here and I'll handle this.
Yes, well, be careful not to scratch it. It's not paid for.
Trust me, trust me.
I hope you realize I have to wheel my bike through that dreadful housing estate.
Yeah, well, if you get any hassle, just mention my name.
Molly.
Jesus, Mary, I'm joking.
Baby!
Willie, you scared the living daylights out of me. I thought you were a cow.
I thought you were Molly.
She went out with Dolores. What are you doing with that thing on your head?
Bardle got it stuck there. He tried to take her off with a toy lever. Could have wrecked me brains.
You'd want to be some lever.
It was a nightmare getting here. A drunk on the bus throwing his burger at me.
It's no wonder. He probably thought you had mad cow disease.
I was left all alone on the bus.
Not surprised.
I can't even drive a bus.
Look, me chocolates are everywhere.
I'll give you a hand.
Willie, can I ask you a personal question?
Yeah.
Well, men cows are called bulls, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so.
And bulls charge people, don't they?
Yeah.
If I asked you for a kiss, would you charge me? Ah, don't be in such a huff. Where's your sense of humour?
Crushed under this.
Yeah, well, you better get it off before the others come back. You'll never live it down.
You give us a hand.
Right. Well, I have been known to turn men into animals in my time, but never the other way around. She really gets my goat.
She's her own worst enemy.
She'll him and haw until somebody else snaps him up. Well, maybe not.
They're made for each other.
Well, try telling Bernie that. The shelf is getting wider by the day.
Well, I'd put it a different way if I were you, unless you want a nose job.
Now, girls, on the house.
Thanks, Bradler.
Yeah, thanks.
Have you seen Willie?
He left the premises about a half an hour ago.
Did he say where he was going?
Well, he hadn't much on his mind except rape and pillage.
Didn't I warn you? Mark my word, she'll miss the boat and there'll be no living with her.
Would this be Willie and Bernie?
Got it in one.
Ah, well, sure. Romance was never really a strong point with the cows, as you well know, Molly.
Listen to him. The last of the red-hot lovers.
Oh, yes, well, you're right there, Dolly Birds. How do you do? How are you? Come out. Would you like a drink?
I don't know what it is about him, but sometimes he can be very sexy.
Maybe because he talks about it all the time. Drink up. You gotta relieve Miss Misery.
Right. You can call it Dutch courage, but I'm going to sort Bernie out. A confrontation. Bernie, I'd say, you're going to take the bull by the horns. What did you put it on with? A sledgehammer?
It's me head. It's a funny shape.
There's nothing wrong with the shape of your head, Willie love.
Thanks, Bernie.
Big green eyes, cute nose.
Your nose is gorgeous, too.
Hold on a minute. I thought you said I needed cosmetic surgery.
I was only doing what Bradler told me, so we'd have something to talk about.
We can find plenty to talk about without help from Badler.
I would...
Oh, Willie.
Bernie,
Yes, Willie.
have you ever been given a kidney?
The town I love so dear. But we're after winning 2 million quid, so we're off to Belvedere. Yes, it's goodbye to good old Arthur J, and it's bonjour to fine Chablis. I am leaving my heart at the Halfpenny Bridge, now it's Belvedere for me. Yes, it's goodbye to good old Arthur J, and it's bonjour to fine Chablis. I am leaving my heart at the Halfpenny Bridge, now it's Belvedere for me.